Welcome back to class. Lesson 2. You can remember that last week we discussed about computer network and its types. This week we'll be taking a look at our second lesson, which is on network topology. What are the objectives of this lesson? 1. Define network topology. 2. State the types of network topology. 3. Draw a flow diagram to explain each network topology. 4. State the advantages and disadvantages of each network topology. I tell you, this class will be interesting because we're using the culturo-techno-contextual approach to explain this lesson to the best of your understanding. And I tell you, it's going to be exciting. You can see I'm dressed in my cultural regalia. See you in class.
Network topology. The method of instruction for this lesson will be Culturo-techno-contextual approach, known as the CTCA, which we'll be using to explain this topic to the best of your knowledge and understanding. Objectives. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to define network topology, state types of network topologies, draw flow diagrams for each network topology, state the advantages and disadvantages of each network topology. To take your mind back, in our previous class, we learned more on the meaning of computer networking. We also took a look at the types of computer network, where we talked about the WAN, the PAN, and the internet, the wide area network, the personal area network, the local area network, and the internet. But today, our focus will be on network topologies. And we'll be making use of the culturo-techno-contextual approach to explain this lesson to the best of your understanding. Based on the feedback on indigenous and cultural knowledge on network topology gotten from the students' assignment, this assignment was discussed among 3 groups. And in these 3 groups, Group A discovered that network topology can be illustrated using arrangement of computer in a school lab and cyber cafe in their locality. Group B discovered that local game such as Pangolo can be used to explain the ring topology. Group C discovered that the shape of the star, structure of the tree, net merge, and arrangement in BRT buses can be used to explain star topology, tree topology, mesh topology, and bus topology, respectively. What is network topology? Network topology is the arrangement of the various elements, such as computer systems, links and nodes, of a computer network. Network topology refers to the physical or local layouts of a network. In terms of physical layouts, we are talking about the nodes, the placement of nodes, the arrangement of the computers. In terms of logical topology, it deals with data flow in a network. As you can see, these computer systems are arranged. The way and manner in which they are arranged explain the type of topology used in the network. And also, if we are to consider the logical topology, we'll consider the way data flows from one system to the other. Types of topology. We have 6 types. These are bus topology, star topology, ring topology, mesh topology, tree topology, and hybrid topology. Oh, what again, another drama on our Lagos road. Owoda, where is the money? Owo council, this councilman is asking for his own money from the driver. Owo union, this policeman says, give me 100 naira, let me kuku go down. Agberus. What does that asking? Over traffic, overload. This is what the Danfo driver face every day on this road. Payment of tax and collection of money from them here and there. The man self is even tired. And he exclaimed, I beg you, take it easy. Take it easy. I will answer you one by one. Wise man. He says with CTCA. Now, concerning our lesson, cultural-techno-contextual approach will be used to solve all this confusion, mismatch that exists in this topic, network topologies. So we'll be using this approach to explain the various types of network topologies. Let's continue with our class. Types of network topologies. Our first type will be the bus topology. We can explain this using our normal, simple BRT buses, the way passengers are arranged in the BRT buses. You can see in this bus, the passengers are seated, and the only means of passage is this narrow passage between the two sides of the passengers. Passengers enter through this passage and passengers leave the bus through the same passage. If a passenger is entering and another one is going out, it will lead to what we call collision. This also happens in bus topology. Also, in this network, the only means of data flow, the only means of flow in this bus system is this passage. Now, that explains the bus topology. In terms of the bus topology, one single cable is used to connect the system, or in other words, the computer systems, the file server, workstations, and peripherals are connected to one single cable. And this single cable has terminator at each end. All nodes are connected to this linear cable. Popularly, we can find this bus topology on LANs because they are inexpensive and easy to install. You can find them in small business centers, office, and school laboratories. Advantages and disadvantages of bus topology. Advantages of bus topology. 1. It is cheap, easy to handle and implement, require less cable because just a single cable is needed. It is best suited for small networks. Node failure does not affect others. As in, once one system is faulty, it will not affect other systems. Disadvantages of bus topology. The cable length is limited. You just require a few cable lengths. The network topology can perform well only for a limited number of nodes. Only few computers can be connected to this type of topology. And in this topology, there is no network security, in the sense that information that is being passed to one system is also transferred to other system, therefore revealing or exposing the system to all the information to other system. Therefore, no security. The second type of network topology is the ring topology. In the ring topology, we can refer this back to in those days when we normally play this cultural game called Bang Bang Golo. I don't know if you can still remember the game, and it's still being played up to this very moment. And it goes like this: Bang Bang Golo, Odume. Oh yeah, mara zuru ya 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 zuru ya. And once our hands are separated, the game will start all over again. Using this to explain ring topology, we can see that in this game, an individual is connected to two other neighbors. Also, in ring topology, every device has exactly two neighbors for communication purpose. The message sent through this network topology is in the same direction. Once a system is faulty, the entire system, the entire network breaks down. To implement ring topology, we use token ring. And with the help of this token ring, messages are transmitted from one computer device to the next as the data flows. Advantages and disadvantages of ring topology. Advantages. One of the major advantages is that ring topology is very orderly in the sense that with the help of the token, information are transmitted in an orderly manner from one system to the other. It is easy to manage than a bus topology. It has good communication over long distances. Of words, it can enable higher flow of data. In terms of the disadvantages, ring topology can fail once a single node of the network crashes. The movement or changes made to network nodes affect the performance of the entire network. And finally, there is no security in the sense that information that is passed from one system is also passed to the next and before getting to other computer system. Star topology is the third type of topology we want to discuss today. We will take our mind back to the simple structure we'll see every day at night, especially the star. You might have seen the star, how it looks like. It's five-sided and has a center point. In star topology, all the 5 server workstations, peripherals, are connected to a central device called the hub. So at the central point, you have the hub. The hub takes a signal that comes from any node and passes it along to all the other nodes in the network. In other words, in this topology, the hub, the switch, manage and controls all functions of the network. The star topology reduces the chance of network failure by connecting all the system to its central nodes. In this topology, hardly you have total crash down or total breakdown of the computer network system. Advantages of star topology. It is easy to manage, easy to locate problems, easy to expand than a bus or ring topology, easy to install and wire, easy to detect faults and to remove faulty parts. Disadvantages of star topology. Requires more cable because of the network points. If the hub or concentrator or the switch fails, the whole system is disabled. It is more expensive because of the cost of hub and switch used as the central device. The next one is a tree topology. A tree topology, just like your normal tree, either your mango tree, your apple tree, just looking at how it is structured. It follows an hierarchical arrangement. In the tree topology, individual peripheral nodes, which are required to transmit information or data, receive this information or data one after the other with the help of repeaters and regenerators. The tree topology arranges links and nodes into distinct hierarchies in order to allow greater control and easy troubleshooting. Advantages. It allows point-to-point wiring for individual segments. It is supported by several hardware and software vendors. All the computers have access to larger networks and also to their immediate networks. Disadvantages. Overall length of each segment is limited because more network points are involved. If the backbone line breaks, just like when you cut down a tree, the entire segment goes down. The entire system, the entire network goes down. It is more difficult to configure and wire than other topologies. The next one is the mesh topology. I know you might have seen the net mesh used for as fence or as a kind of protector on our windows. This mesh topology, each node, each computer device is connected to the network, as in they are interconnected. Now, in mesh topology, each node may send message to destination through multiple pathways. Like for example, what we have here, we have six computer systems, and from each system you have five pathways to enable distribution of data from one system to another. So in this case, the shortest route is taken for data transfer. There are many used in wide area networks and in the internet. Advantages and disadvantages of mesh topology. One of the advantages of network topology is that no traffic problem. Another one is that it has multiple links. So if one route is blocked, the other routes can still carry out data communication. Point-to-point link may fault identification easily. Disadvantages. There is mesh of wiring, which can be difficult to manage because of too many connectivity through the wires. It is difficult to manage such kind of topology. The installation is complex because of the connectivity, and also there is high cost of cabling because more cables requires more costs. Hybrid topology. The hybrid topology is a combination of two or more network topology. Could be a combination of the bus and the ring topology or the mesh topology. When two or more topologies are connected, we regard this topology as hybrid topology. Advantages. It is extremely flexible because the various advantages for each topology put together makes it more flexible and very reliable. It is expensive in the sense that we will need a lot of cabling, a lot of repeaters, hubs and switch to enable the networking of the various type of topology put together to make this hybrid topology. Wow, what again? Another drama. This is a classroom, and the teacher asks Akpos, what is 2 raised to the power of 5? Akpo, trust Akpos now. The smart African boy. Says, sir, I don't think the question is correct. How can 2 raise power against 5 when they are not mates? Well, in the research, 2 and 5 are not mates. But that should be another discussion for another day. let's move on with our class. Evaluation. To determine our objectives for this lesson, the following questions will guide us to check if our objectives have been met. 1. Explain the types of network topologies. Which of the network topologies is the most reliable? State the advantages and disadvantages of each network topology. I believe if you are able to answer this question, then we are good to go for the lesson. Assignments. For our next lesson, we are required to use Google search. Use a Google search, identify and state the function of various types of network devices used in network topologies. So in the next class, this will form the basis of our discussion in the next class, where we'll be taking a look at network devices used in network topologies. Thank you. It's time to say goodbye. From me, your facilitator, Henry Okorie. You can contact me through my email, henrofazil@yahoo.com. If there's any question, if there's any inquiry you want to make, or if there's any comments, you can send your message through my email address.